Alright guys, now that we posted the job in the last video, now all you have to do is simply wait. Wait a day, maybe brainstorm some more ideas, but when you come back the next day and check out your Odesk website and check out your job postings, this is what you'll come to. And you'll constantly be getting notifications of people applying to your job. And it's just insane the amount of applicants that you can get and the different price ranges and experience that they'll have. For example, you can see this person, an iOS iPhone developer. I'm actually in the middle of considering hiring him. Maybe some of you guys can. But what happens is that you can even see their feedback, okay? You can see, all right, this guy is 5-star rated off of 5 reviews. That means he's done at least 5 different jobs, okay? So, that's pretty useful. You can tell what country they're from. It doesn't really matter. You just want to be sure that their English is okay. And you can see how much experience they have on Odesk. So this guy has 10 hours plus on Odesk, and he's willing to do the job for 5 hours. And if you click on more, you can see you can see how he answered the jobs. You can see the cover letter. Again, I told you guys to cancel the cover letter, but you might want to include it because what then people do is that they link to all of their work, which you can either post in your search bar, or you can even look it up on the App Store, and you can see how their work is. And if you like their design and their style, then they'll be useful. And this guy does it for $5 an hour. He has a good portfolio. I went through some of these. I'm probably even going to end up using him. And by the time you're watching this video, he's probably exclusively mine. But anyways, you can see that there's a whole bunch of people that apply, right? This guy's a $17 an hour person, but he has 1,000 plus hours of work. 5 stars based on 36 reviews. So this guy's an expert, right? And then what you do is you just talk to them. You click on more, you send them a message, and you can ask them, how much they're willing to do it for. You can tell them kind of your requirements and, talk to them about setting up the process. The good thing is that they're really helpful, so they'll tell you exactly what they need. They'll tell you how to find it. All you need to do is get in contact with them and be like, let me show you maybe the conversation that I've had with some of the coders. But I'll show you that in a second. I'm just going to show you some cool features that you can do, because once you have a lot of applicants, right, it might be hard to, kind of distinguish them in your mind. After you go through their profile and their work history, you don't know which ones you like. Odesk actually has a good feature here that you can just check this box saying shortlist applicant, which basically puts them in your favorites, which then you can access later, or you can exit out, which means you hide them, and maybe they didn't fit your criteria, or maybe you're kind of rejecting their quote unquote resume, and you move on. But you can just see, look how many people applied, all their different profiles, and some people are new, and so you can try them out. And like I said, you could always get a diamond in the rough. You could always get a really good person who can handle the whole job for you for maybe 5 hours. Like, for example, let me tell you some basic wages, right? For getting the graphics created, you're pretty much going to get what you put in. So if someone says that, it depends on also how many images are required for the game. So when you get the game and when you buy the source code, as I mentioned in several videos back, you'll be able to see how many images you need. Or you can send the file that you downloaded when you bought the source code to any of these guys and say, hey, can you tell me how many images are needed, right? And then they'll tell you, okay, this is how many images are needed, and so you'll need to pay anywhere from like $50 to $75 for that. All right, that's where the bulk of the cost goes, into the redesign. All right, and then the rest of it is really what the developer can do, and that's just swapping out the graphics, uploading your SDKs and your ad networks, which I'm going to go into actually in the next video. But yeah, so this is how you get access to hundreds of employees who are willing to do your redesign and reskinning work. And like I said, you don't even need to know the process, right? These guys already know the process. Look at this guy. He's strongest at reskinning app games and integrating ads. He knows what to do. He even has quality assurance verification, including the new sounds for each reskin. He has a portfolio. They have the work done. All you need to do is set up a price negotiation and send your code. And the best thing is that they'll help you every step of the way. They'll tell you what they want, what they don't want, what information you need to provide them. And don't worry if you're feeling a little overwhelmed about, the ad networks or, ad integration. I'm going to go over that in the next video. And so I guess I should just wrap this up kind of. So, you're pretty much halfway through the part. This is the hiring process. So, treat it like you would treat, hiring a real employee. Go check out their profiles. If you click on their name, you can check out their profile. You can see what they've done or not done. Check out their feedback. Go through their portfolio. Imagine you're hiring a real employee because this person you could be working with. Of course, the best thing is that you're not uh, tied down with them. If you don't want them, you're not responsible to them unless you hire them, of course, which then you have to just set up you just hire them and set up the payment terms and everything. It's straightforward. But you can find and create your entire team to run your business on auto run. So here's like a pretty much a ninja tip. If you get a different designer and a different design developer, instead of having the designer give you the images and then you have to send the images to the developer and then see whether or not they're good, and then the developer gets back to you and says, oh, I need this image in a different size, which you might run into, if which is a little hiccup, but nothing major. But to save time, you could even have your developer and your designer just talk to each other and just let them know when the game is published, right? Provide them access to your ad integrations, which I'm going to go over in the next video or the next few videos, and that's it. And you can pop out games. These guys have more than 100 games live on iTunes with ads integration. It's true because all it is a process. It's just like creating anything. It's like a manufacturing process. A reskinned app is just a product, right? And that product that you can make a lot of money off of if you do the right App Store optimization. And then later on, I'm even going to tell you near the end of this video course, I'm going to teach you how to market your app and how to get the highest reviews for it so that it pops up to the top of the app market, and you can get a top ranked app bringing in a large amount of revenue if you just follow my tips. So I'll see you guys in the next video.